Hi, I'm Brian from Northwest Bronco. Welcome back to the channel. This time we're in the comfort of my garage instead of out in the middle of the desert, and I thought maybe I'd pull out my Dometic fridge and tell you all about it and why I chose this fridge in particular for my Bronco. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the fridge itself and kind of how it functions and what it comes with. And then I'm going to put it in the back to show you exactly how it fits in there. Now this is the Dometic CFX35. Now this was almost the perfect dimensions for the back of the Bronco, which is the main reason why I picked it. Plus Dometic has a really good name. So I wanted to stick with a brand that I know is going to hold up on bumpy roads. Now there's not really a whole lot of details to talk about with these things. Basically you just plug them in, turn them on, set the temperature, and they do their thing. So I'm not going to get into the specs of this. If you're looking for specs, go ahead and I'm going to put a link below in the description of this video so you can read all about the specs on like Amazon to see what exact size it is and how much it'll hold and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go over some really basic stuff. So when you order the Dometic CFX35, it does come with this power cord, which is perfect for the Bronco because it is indeed a 12-volt cigarette lighter. So this goes right into the back of the refrigerator, and this goes right into the side of your Bronco. Now, if you're looking for other ways to power these fridges, I do have a video down below that I talk about the three or four different ways that you can power these fridges. But typically, all I do is I just plug the thing in and put it right into the cigarette lighter, and that powers my fridge. So I am going to talk briefly about how the Bronco powers these fridges using the 12-volt plug, which is typically how I run this fridge. Plug it in when you start your Bronco and you plug it in, it'll go ahead and run the fridge, but when you turn the Bronco off, you'll have power coming from that 12-volt plug into your fridge for 1 hour. After 1 hour, you're going to lose power to the fridge. So one trick you can do if you want to kind of keep powering it is just turn your ignition on and off again, and that'll keep giving you an additional hour every time you do that. Now keep in mind these fridges do hold their temperature for quite a while. Now I don't know if they'll hold all night, but you'll hold for a couple hours at the temperature you want it to be at. But if you have something more perishable like chicken or fish, I'd recommend going with a different system for powering because you don't want the cooling to ever turn off on this fridge. So if you are carrying more perishable foods like chicken or fish, I recommend getting a separate power supply. This is the one from Dometic, and you can also get, I think like Jackery, basically any portable power station will work, especially if it has a 12-volt outlet on it. And that is going to keep your fridge running all the time. It works really, really well. But I personally like to save the weight on the back of the vehicle, and since I'm only carrying drinks, I really don't need a separate power supply. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the fridge. Now, I'm not going to go into the specs on this once again, but I'm going to tell you what it does come with. This is the power cord that it comes with the 12-volt plug. And it also comes with another cord so you can plug it into the wall in your house to kind of pre-cool your cooler before you put it in the vehicle and switch over to this mode. It also does come with two of these Dometic straps. This is so you can run your straps through these handles and tie it down to the back of your vehicle, so if you get into an accident, your refrigerator is not flopping all over the place. Because my tie downs are pretty close to the front and back of the cooler, I did cut these off and then just burn the ends so they're a little bit shorter, so they're not really, really long. Now when it comes to the functions of the fridge, I'm not going to go into details because all I do is turn it on, set the temperature, and say go, and it runs. So I don't get real deep into the settings on this, and honestly I don't think there's that many settings anyway. But just so you know, it does have quite a few features on it, which I would go and look at their website to see what those features are. All right, let's get into the main part of this video, and that is I'm going to show you how much room there is in the cooler, and then I'm going to put it in the Bronco and show you why I chose it. So here we are taking a look at the inside of the fridge, and you can see I put a soda can in there so you can get some idea on how much room there is. Now I typically put about 14 to 18 water bottles in here with some snack bars up in here on the tray. Just because I don't haul a lot of food, because I don't do food prep when I go out. I mainly just eat Mountain House. So this is mainly for my drinks. So this is perfect. Now this one does not have a freezer set up. It's only fridge temperature. All right, so we got the fridge into the Bronco here, and I'm just going to show you a couple different angles to show you how much room tolerances there actually is between the back of the Bronco and the back of the seats. Now, keep in mind that this fridge I got because I want to keep my back seats up. I don't want to put my back seats down. If you put your back seats down, Of course, you can fit a lot bigger fridge back here, but if you're a type of person like me that runs with your back seats up, this is going to be the fridge. So here's the side shot of the fridge, and you can see that it's perfectly aligned right here with that drawer system. And when the tailgate closes, it just about touches that handle, but it doesn't touch it. So it's about as big as it's about as far out as you can get. So now let's take a look at the front. Okay, so taking a look at the front here, I went ahead and put the one of the seats forward one notch, and this one is back where it should be. And there's about I'm gonna say about a 1-inch gap here. So your back seat does go forward about 1 inch, which is almost straight up and down. But when you do that, I'm gonna show you how much room there actually is. So right there, you can see that the back of the cooler is almost right to the back of that drawer system, and it's almost touching the back seat. So you can see it's really the perfect fit. So here's a nice look from the back of the Bronco, and you can, just to show you how much room you have in between stuff. Now typically, because I mostly haul drinks in my fridge, I throw my Mountain House packs in between the fridge and the sidewall. They just kind of slide right in there real nicely. And then if you're looking to store front runner boxes, if you do cook a lot more than I do, then they fit perfectly between the fridge and the side of the Bronco. So if you're gonna try to find a box that works well, I definitely go with front runner, and you can stack 3 of them in here, which will end up being about that high, because I've done it before, so I know they'll fit. But if you put 2 in there, that would be about perfect. I hope this video helped you out to decide whether or not you want to get the Dometic CFX35 and maybe some front runner boxes. This is going to be a really nice setup for you if you want to keep the back seats up in your Bronco. So if this video helped you out, please give it a like, maybe subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. If I don't get back to you with an answer, I'm sure there's someone out there that will. And we will see you next time.